Hi, my name is Cindy, and I'm a fitness instructor. I'm working with Licking Memorial Health Systems to bring you some information today about Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. It's March. Did you know that excluding skin cancer, colorectal cancer is the third most common cancer diagnosed in both men and women in the US? There's good news though, those rates have been dropping since about the mid 1980s, due largely to getting screened for early detection and changes in lifestyle related risk factors like diet and exercise. Let's talk about diet. It's recommended that we eat lots of fruits and vegetables. That can help reduce your risk for cancers. In addition to providing increased fiber intake, these foods contain important minerals, vitamins, and phytochemicals and antioxidants as well. They're also usually low in calories. In general, eat those with the most color. They have the most nutrients. Next, exercise. The current exercise recommendations for adults are as follows: 150 to 300 minutes of moderate intensity exercise every week. That means you're able to carry on a conversation like a brisk walk, or 75 to 150 minutes of vigorous activity. That means you're breaking a sweat. It's a little harder to talk now, but you could probably say a sentence. You can combine any of those or both. And remember, you've got 7 days to spread that activity out over, but it all adds up. Start small, don't overdo it. Just move more. Safety first. Check with your doctor. Drink plenty of water before, during, and after your exercise. And it's important to warm up and stretch. We will definitely be warming up and stretching before our Tai Chi today. So Tai Chi, you've maybe heard of that before. You've maybe even seen it before. A group of people. It's a traditional Chinese medicine exercise program. You see people in a park in China moving together in sync. Very graceful, slow, meditative movements. Qigong is another form of that kind of exercise. Qigong is much older than Tai Chi. Qigong was way, way back there, I think 5,000 years or more. It depends on the source you look at. And it was more prescribed for certain ailments. Tai Chi was put together in a choreographed way in big dynasties for their warriors as a way to warm them up and to bring focus to their lives. Today we're going to do a little Qigong, a little Tai Chi maybe blended in. But Qigong is pulling out bits and pieces of these long choreographed exercises and doing them over and over and over again. So they're a little easier to learn. The warm-up with the Tai Chi class is often this. We step our feet a little wider than hip distance apart. We're moving from the hips, arms are just hanging. This is called knocking on the door of life. I'm just going side to side. You'll notice my arms are like rag dolls, and I'm tapping into the kidney region. The kidneys are the door of life in Chinese medicine. You can also bring the heel of your hand up below your collarbone. There's meridians, there's acupressure points that we're tapping into here, even the tops of your shoulders, just swaying and breathing. Remember that movement comes from the low belly. We call that the lower dantian. Breathe and sway. So when you come to a class, oftentimes you'll see us doing this at the beginning. Keep going. And then just like you started this, let that movement from the low belly wind you back down. Pause here and just notice what you notice. You might feel some tingling in the hands and the arms. Qi is life force energy. That's what you're feeling. You're feeling that yang energy rising up to the surface of the body. All right, another warm-up is spinal breathing. So I'm going to bring my feet a little closer together, bend my knees, flex at the hips, and then I'll bring my hands forward, Curl your fingers into your palm, not with a fighting fist. We call these sparrow fists. You could tuck a little bird in here, so a sparrow fist. As you inhale, you're gonna do a little back bend, lift your heart, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, round your back. You could do this one easily in the chair. Inhale, open, and exhale, round. Keep going, inhale. Feel the movement in the shoulders. Feel the movement in the spine. And then maybe you add a little twist with this. So this time when I open, I'm going to twist to the left. So a little twist, open, and exhale, round. Second side, twist, and round. And mix it up. Let's just do some more. You decide what direction you want to move. And the movements in Tai Chi and Qigong are very, very slow. So I bet you could slow down even more. Let's do 3 more. You decide what direction. Last one for me. And then stand up again. Bring your feet hip distance apart, and you'll hear me say gather and clear. We're moving energy through the meridians in our body with the movements that we're doing with the body. So we're going to gather some chi, life force energy around us, but we're going to clear away this stale, stagnant energy that we're loosening up with our movement. Inhale, gather. Exhale, clear. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. And just standing here, I want you to cross your hands in front of your low belly, your lower dantian. And the hands can touch or leave a little space here. Scan the body for any sensation. Just notice what you brought with you today. Feel the breath coming and going through the nostrils. And rest the tip of your tongue right behind the 2 front teeth on top. Breathe. And then open the eyes and step it out a little bit. So this next one's called Swimming Dragon. I'm going to have 1 palm up and 1 palm down. I'm going to turn towards the side that has the palm down. I'm going to reach back there, grab some energy, and I'm going to flip that palm up, and now the other palm is down. So it's a lot of ups and downs. Just watch me. 1 palm is always up. 1 palm is always down. And we're twisting side to side. There are energy centers in our palms. There are energy centers many places in our body. The ones in our palms are called Laogam points. They're able to receive energy, share energy, release stagnant energy. When a palm is facing down, it's towards the earth, gathering yin energy. And when the palm is facing up, it's gathering yang. Side to side, swimming dragon. It's a very graceful movement. Very meditative movement, nice and slow. Once you get it, slow down. Let's do 2 more each side. Last set. Picture a swimming dragon. And then facing forward, gather and clear 3 times, gather. Maybe there's a visual with this. What would that energy look like if you could see it? Do that again. One more. Pause with the hands in front of the low belly. Just notice. Know that there are places on the soles of our feet as well called bubbling springs, just like the palms of the hands. So right now we're able to release stagnation, release things that no longer serve us to the earth, and gather that fresh yin energy from the earth through the feet. Well, now open your eyes and rub your hands together. Rub, 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 rub. We're going to activate the chi in the hands. Rub the backs of your hands and the fingers. You can give each finger a little squeeze. And then palms up, flick your wrists. Palms down, flick your wrists. And then palms side to side, and then let that movement go all the way up to the tops of the arms and pause. Feel that tingling sensation. Feel that chi. In yoga, we call that prana, life force energy. Now let your fingertips come towards each other in front of your lower dantian. This is called dragon pearl. It's like you're holding a big pearl. As you inhale, pull the pearl apart. And exhale, let the pearl come back together. Let your breath guide this. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going. Nice and slow. You'll feel the physical sensation, but perhaps you'll feel a little sensation in between the hands. Almost like a little resistance, like you're pulling taffy. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But if you keep doing this, someday you will. Let's do 5 more. Inhale. Call this ocean breath. Exhale. 3 more. Last one. And then release the pearl. Let it go. I'm going to ask you to close the door. That means you shift your weight to your right with your left foot stepping in. We're going to close the door from the left. As your arms come forward, lift them, and then bring your hands right down in front of your lower dantian again. Pause here. So swaying like bamboo in the wind, and then find stillness. Release your arms to the side. Now we're going to open the door from the left. So step it up. Bring the arms up, up, and down. Like you're pulling your hands through water. As you inhale, arms come up. Feel the water dripping from the hands. And exhale. A little sinking, little bend in the knees. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. It should be an when those hands come down. Let's do the 8 brocades. These are 8 Qigong movements that are meant to be done in any order you like. They're meant to flow like silk. I always keep the very last one at the end, and you'll know why when we get there. The first one is Buddha holds up the earth. So I got my feet a little wider than hips. I'm going to bend at the knees, flex at the hips, reach down here towards the earth. So we do a little squat. We're going to gather energy, lace your fingers so you don't drop it. Bring it up to the level of the heart, and then flip the hands and reach up. Buddha holds up the earth. Exhale, come back down, grab some more. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale. I've also heard this called holding up the heavens like a pillar. Tie your movement with the breath. That will activate your relaxation response. A way to calm and quiet the nervous system. Let's do one more. And exhale the arms down. Let's reach up to the sky, gather, and look forward, sink. You're going to pull that energy down through the crown of the head and fill up the belly. We'll move on to the next exercise, very similar. It's called connecting heaven and earth. I'm going to reach down, but I don't lace my fingers. Bring your hands to heart. One hand goes up, the other down. Remember the palms of the hands, so one faces the earth, one faces the heavens. And then exhale the top hand down. Connecting heaven and earth, gather. And stretch. Gather. And stretch. Gather, coming up on your inhale. And exhale down. And then we'll pause to gather from the sky. And sink. Bring your feet closer together. This one's called Wise Old Owl Looks Back. Many of these forms are named after animals or other things in nature. You're a sleepy owl. These are your wings, so they're rounded forward, your chin is down. But something wakes you up. Send those wings back, look over your left shoulder. Nothing's there. Go back to sleep. Second side, inhale. And exhale. Keep going, inhale. Picture that owl. And exhale. This is one where you can gain a little agility practice by coming up on your toes as you turn your head. Be careful though. Keep going. Let's do one more each side. And facing forward, let's gather and sink. Now we're going to step out into a horse riding stance. So kind of a sumo wrestler stance. Turn the toes out a bit, come into a squat. I always like to give my knees a little chance to feel this movement out. Knees should track right down the center of the feet. So adjust the angle of your feet if you need to. This is called shooting the golden bow. So like our spinal breathing, let's bring your forearms out here and then to the right. Make an L shape with your finger, your index finger and your thumb. Left hand pulls on that bowstring. And then as you inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, swoop over to the left. Same thing. Shooting the golden bow. And if this hurts your knees, you don't have to come down in the squat. You can take a more shallow squat or just stand. Let's go one more each side. You can always play with swooping the hands downward as well. Last one. Now we're going to stay here. Take your hands to your knees. Make sure the knees are still okay. This one's called Shaking the Tail to Extinguish Heart Fire. It's a cute little title. I'm not sure exactly what it means. We're going to take the left shoulder over towards the right hip. And then come back up. Right shoulder towards the left knee. I said hip, didn't I? And back up. So keep doing that side to side. So in Chinese medicine, there is something called the triple burner. And it's complicated. I've tried to figure it out. But the heart fire has something to do with the triple burner. But it's kind of fun. And it's a cute little title. You'll stretch that you get with it. Let's do one more each side. And then rise up. As you bring your feet back to hip distance apart, let's gather and sink again. Gather, reach up there, maybe on the tiptoes. Pull that energy down, sink. Take your hands to your low back to the kidney region again. Stand here just for a breath or two and breathe into your hands. Expand the back body. This one's called touching the earth and reaching for the heavens. Knees are bent. I'm going to slide my hands down the backs of my legs on an exhale. gather yin energy from the earth. And on an inhale, I'm going to pull that energy up the inside of my legs. When my fingertips reach my torso, I release my arms up to the heavens and receive the yang energy. Exhale, draw that energy down through the crown of the head. And begin again. Reach up there, receive. Draw it down. Let's do one more. Bring the arms down. Let's reach up and gather and sink. Visualize that. What are you pulling down? What would it look like? Punching with Angry Eyes, another crazy title. So eyes are another place where we can receive energy and we can release energy. So as we've moved today, we have plenty of stagnation that we need to get rid of, and that's what this one's about. Bring your hands out here, make that sparrow's fist, and draw them right by your kidneys. I've got a little bend in my knees. I'm going to inhale, exhale, punch, and open your eyes. Now picture a sunset, and you're going to draw that energy back to you as you inhale. Second side, exhale, punch, inhale, punch. Keep going and visualize. Visualization is really important in these practices. Let's do one more of these each side. Reach up and gather. Gather like you mean it. Look forward. Exhale, sink. So now we have reached the 8th of the 8 brocades. This one's called Shaking the Chi. So as we move through our 7 brocades, we've reestablished the flow of chi through the meridians in the body. But we want to settle most of that energy down to the lower dantian. That's kind of the cauldron for your energy. If there's too much energy in the heart, the middle dantian, or the head, the upper dantian, you're not balanced. So let's bring the energy down here, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Bend your knees a bit. Arms are floppy. Fold forward. Let the arms hang. Let the head hang. Keeping the knees bent, we're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Head's heavy, arms heavy. As you come to a neutral spine, let those arms swing back. So now you're in a little back bend. Look up. Come back to center. Now come up onto your toes and drop to your heels. Shake the chi. We're going to shake that chi down to the belly. Let's do 2 more. Fold. Knees back. Rise up. Arms are heavy. Let them swing back as you come into a back bend, maybe a little deeper. Back up onto the toes. Drop. 1 more time. Up on the toes 1 last time and drop. Let's close the door from the left. Stepping the left foot next to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands in front of the lower dantian. Invite your mind to explore for sensation. There aren't any right answers and there aren't any wrong answers. Just become the witness of what's going on in your body, in your mind, your energy. And then open the eyes. So I have a couple tips to share with you, and then we'll do a little cool down. So a tip for keeping snacks handy, and this works at my house. Keep a container ready to eat crunchy vegetables like cucumbers, radishes, colorful peppers, and cherry tomatoes ready in like a Tupperware container or a Ziploc bag, easy to grab. An exercise tip. Check locally for fitness classes. There's lots of places in our area that you can pick up some fitness classes, or go online for pre-recorded and sometimes even live stream classes. Many of those are free of charge. Sometimes there's a fee, but there are many, many, many online now, thanks to our quarantine situation. We fitness instructors had to adapt, so there's lots out there. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. So let's go into our cool down now. If you need a drink, this is the time to take it. And this is just a nice, easy way to settle into a closing posture for our Qigong Tai Chi practice. This one's called the Temple at Dawn. So there's a little story that goes along with this, and it makes it easier for the movements, to remember the movements. So feet are a little wider than hip distance, and the arms come up. The sun rises at dawn. And then you bring your hands back. Push open the temple gates. Open them wide to get a better view. Reach down to the earth. Draw her energy up to the heavens. Open the arms wide to catch the golden light and draw that golden light into your heart. That's it. Let's do a few more. The sun rises at dawn. Push open the temple gates. Open them wide to get a better view. Reach down to the earth. Gather her energy, drawing it up to the heavens. Open the arms wide to catch the golden light. Gather that light and draw it into your heart. Let's do one more. The sun rises at dawn. Push open the temple gates. Open them wide to get a better view. Reach down to the earth to gather her energy, bringing that energy to the sky. Open the arms wide to catch that golden light. Gather that light and draw it home to the heart. I want you to reach up one more time. Bring your hands together in a prayer posture. We call this Anjali Mudra in yoga. I always end these practices with a blessing. I say, may you have peaceful thoughts, peaceful words, a peaceful heart, and a peaceful world. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you see your doctor for a checkup, a screening perhaps for colorectal cancer. Do that on a regular basis. See you next time.